Alright, welcome back everyone. It is Friday the 18th of November. It's been fully 2 months since I've actually taken my bike out on a dedicated bike ride, which is disappointing to me, but in a lot of ways it's expected. What happens to me in my fall season is I'm the assistant coach for a local university college soccer team, and it just gets busy. My evenings are taken up by practices, my weekends are taken up by travel to the games, and not that I don't have any time, but it just boils down to the fact that the free time I do have, I just either don't have the energy or motivation to spend it doing outdoor rides, just because of the prep and the time involved. So there's an excuse for that. But I don't really have an excuse for not even hitting the trainer. I haven't even been on my indoor that whole time either. So today, I'm basically on baby legs. I'm on baseline fitness. Cardiovascular system is at base. My legs are at base. I just have to build everything up from square one. I'm on this beautiful Bramley Mountain dirt road climb, one that when I'm fit is really a good challenge. I try to stay up in a pretty high gear and power up it. It's a little over a mile long. Honestly, today I'm not even trying. I'm just out here to wake up my legs, wake up my heart. So today and tomorrow, today it's a high temperature. Today was like 60 degrees or 61 degrees. Pretty amazing for this time of year. Tomorrow's going to be about the same. 2 great days to get on the bike. But then after that, the forecast looks like we're hitting our first bit of real winter. A couple of inches of snow on the way, sleet, all that good stuff. So the roads have not seen any salt. They haven't seen any trucks since the end of the spring. Now we're going to get into that nasty road weather time of year. So I wanted to get out today and tomorrow, wake my legs up a little bit, get the motivation going, and then once the bad weather hits, I'm going to dedicate myself to my indoor training program. I just repurchased my subscription to Trainer Road software. I have a full-time bike on the trainer in my basement, so I don't have any excuses. Now that my soccer season is finished, I'm really just going to try to hit 5 or 6 rides per week, 5 to 6 hours of training per week on the indoor. Try to be as consistent as possible and pick off where I left off last year. Truth is, I invest a lot of mental energy into the performance of the soccer team. I really care about that program. I care about our guys. I care about our results. So when I'm in season, I don't miss bike riding that much because I'm consumed by it. My other sport, my home sport, my main sport. If I was able to run with any duration, I would still be playing soccer. The reason I ride a bike is because I have a congenital hip issue. It doesn't allow me to run for any length of time. I can do a few runs, but my hip muscles, my hip bone breaks down if I do sustained burst type activity. I still do a little bit with the guys. I'm not gonna lie, I still do a little bit. I push my limits. So I spend half the fall kind of semi-injured, limping around on half broken hips and stuff like that. Not broken, but partially damaged. But I know my limits at this point, so I know when to call it quits on a day. But I don't miss the bike then. But as soon as the season ended, it's been about 3 days, and I already was like, man, I've got to do something. And already having been on this ride for 23 minutes, you know, you realize what you've been missing. So peaceful, so relaxing, such a centering place. as the sun starts to get duck behind these hills, I've got to be pretty vigilant about wildlife, even more than usual. There's bound to be crepuscular creatures out, dawn to dusk creatures out, deer and foxes and whatnot scurrying across the road. These beauties. I don't know what these are. This is some kind of breed of, I don't know what these guys are. They are amazing looking. Well, that's my turn. That's my turn for home. I basically just went over that ridge, Bramley Mountain, down the other side. Now I'm gonna loop back. Now I'm gonna loop back up this other side called Miller Road, which basically just is adjacent to that by a couple, I don't know, half a mile. I'm gonna loop back up over this ridge. It's not as steep. Back down the Bramley Mountain descent and straight back home. But I was saying, the biggest disappointment of this whole thing is that I didn't get out once during our peak fall foliage season, which up here in Delaware County, New York, is about as stunning as it gets anywhere. I know there's a lot of great places with foliage. This is a great area to come up to for a week in mid-October. It's beautiful up here. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning back in. I apologize for the long break in between videos. I'll try to do stuff more regularly. I don't know how much outdoor riding I'll do in the winter, but I'll do my best.